Well, we're at the cotton field this morning getting ready to get started. Thought I'd give you a quick overview of the equipment. Here's the module builder. It is it's what we dump the loose cotton into from after it comes out of the stripper. About 7 baskets from the stripper get dumped into that, and you make a module. Dad will set up in that cab, and there's a big tamper or pounder or packer, whatever you want to call it. It's got a big foot on it, and you just run it up and down with a hydraulic cylinder and move that big white bridge back and forth and pack the cotton down until it's packed and ready to come out, until it's full. This is a bull buggy. It's kind of the grain cart of the cotton field. So a lot of times if there's 3 people here, it can run out to the stripper, and the stripper doesn't have to come back and waste time roding back and forth to the module builder. But for us, since it's just the 2 of us running 3 pieces, it sits here by the builder or maybe a little closer to the stripper, and then I can dump in it while Dad's still packing, and it doesn't bother his process, and I don't have to wait if he's a little bit behind. And then we have the stripper. 6 rows at a time is what we're stripping at 3 to 4 mile an hour. 20 acres is a good day for us, it seems like. It's kind of hard coming from the combine cutting beans where we're 35 foot at a time and running 4 to 5, maybe 6 mile an hour. So anyway, the way this works is there's these 2 rollers in here. They have bats and brushes. The cotton stalk goes between the 2, and then those roll and strip, or the brushes strip off the bolls and the cotton, goes up this auger and goes into that one, and then it takes it to the cleaner, where the cleaner takes the burrs off, and then it shoots it into the basket. So let's see, the cotton stripper, more like my back porch. It's got a sliding door instead of a open up door. And the worst thing about the cotton stripper is there's not much leg room. You get cotton everywhere, and it's just hard to put your foot anywhere, and just can't. It's not quite as comfortable as a combine, but nonetheless, see if we can fire it up. Not too many controls in this. The throttle, hydrostat, it makes us go forward and backward. This lifts the header up and down. We turn the header on with this lever, the cleaner, which separates the burrs from the lint, and then the fan. There's a big fan. Once the cotton gets to the end of the header, to the middle, it blows it clear up in the basket, and there's some ductwork behind us there. And then just transmission gears. Got 4 gears, so 1 and 3 there, and then if you're in 1 here, you put it in turtle, and if you're in this slot, you put it in rabbit, then you're in 3, vice versa. Each one of these levers here runs each individual row unit while we're stripping. That way, if we come to an uneven spot in the ground, we can help it ride up and over. The one thing about this is it's got, we are setting at 5,400 hours on the motor and 4,100 hours on the fan. So it's a little older, so a lot of that linkage has some wear and don't work, but we just run it manually and it doesn't seem to be a big deal. And this is our monitor. So it's gonna holler at us because we're not turning anything, but can't see it because of the sun. All those across the top are your row units. And so if one of them stops turning, that alarm goes off. And then if my fan slows down or my cleaner or something happens there, then it'll tell me as well. So every time I dump, I got to shut that off, or it just has that annoying beep the whole time. And so where I get in trouble is I forget to turn that back on, and then I plug a row unit up, and then I don't, it got to something, it slips longer than I'd like it to slip. We have a plethora of mirrors. Honestly, this is on my 2nd year running the cotton stripper, so I'm not totally sure what to watch in each mirror, and there's another one right here, but I don't know. You can always kind of tell the cotton going in the basket. I don't know if I can get a picture of it, but you can see that center one right there. That chute that kind of comes up and curves, that's where the cotton goes into the basket. So as we're stripping, I like to watch that and make sure I can see cotton flowing back there. So anyway, we'll wait till the humidity gets below 50%, and then we can strip in the evening until it gets to 65, where the cotton won't be dry enough. So it's a little windy today. We don't like to strip cotton when it's windy, because when we dump, it will actually blow the cotton out of the basket. But we've got just a little bit left today before this rain comes in. A few days, so we just want to get done and maybe get a few beans cut the next couple of days. Well, we're running here, stripping some cotton, and what we got going on is, you can see as the cotton goes into the row unit, we have those bats and brushes turning in there, and you can see that cotton is, if you look close enough, is getting stripped off the plant. And those bats and brushes we looked at earlier are turning at a high rate of speed, and they are just batting and brushing the cotton, stripping it from the plant, hence the name stripper. And it's going into the augers and up to the cleaner. And then from there it cleans the burrs out. You can see that mirror there, that's what we were talking about earlier. You can see the little white specks going through the center mirror there. That's cotton that is flowing into the cleaner. There you go, is a good picture of it. And it is going to the cleaner, and it will have the burrs. That's part of the bowl the burr is that enclosed the cotton before it was ready to open, is the burr, and it separates it. There's a lot of little, we call them saws, just little jagged saws on a drum in there. That there is our burr trail, and so after the lint is separated from the burrs, it leaves that trail of burrs on the side of the machine there. You can kind of see there the basket in some of those mirrors there, and you can kind of watch it fill up, and you can even see the cotton in the shadows there going up and through. So this lever here, I'll pull it back as we get about half or 3/4 full. There's some augers in the top of the basket that turn on, and they just help pack more cotton in the basket. All right, well, we just come out of the end of the row, worked pretty good. We got our alarm going off, and the basket is full. So that's what the alarm looks like as it's going off. We're going to go ahead and flip our monitor off and go dump the basket into the bull buggy. Well, we're going to pull up to the bull buggy here and dump this load of cotton off. Excuse my camera, it was very windy this day, and it's kind of flopping and blowing all over the place. So anyway, excuse the camera work, but we'll get up to the module builder here, and you can see everything has to be very close. So there's bumpers and stops on everything, because sometimes stuff does touch. And that lever that I pulled on in the last little bit of the video to turn the augers, so right now I'm pushing it forward. That's our joystick that controls most of the functions of our basket there. And so this is the basket. That's what holds the cotton after it's stripped from the plant. And we lift it up, and the lid opens up. If you look up at the top of the lid, you can see those augers I talked about earlier that I turned on to help pack that cotton in. And there it comes. And it just, when it comes out and it's all dry, it just almost looks like you're dumping water the way it comes out into the bull buggy. So anyway, now we'll just push the lever the other way, and the basket will go down and close itself shut. So that is a lot of weight leaning over on the side of that machine. There's some extra weight on the other side, and there's a hydraulic cylinder that also makes the rear axle go rigid when we dump that. That way the machine actually doesn't try to turn over on us as we're dumping our cotton. Got this half one made, and he's going to pull off of it. So we'll lift those wheels right there, and it'll come off the module, and then he will drive forward. You can see this is only a little one because what we finished the field with. Sometimes it's hard to make a small one as you finish because you don't have enough cotton to put it where you want it. So when we get done stripping and we get all of the modules built, we will stick a tarp over it. That's what the yellow is. There's different tarps that are different colors, but the colors don't really mean anything. So I've had that question asked before. And then when we get that done, we will tag them, and then we will paint on the side of the module. So this one is 2881. So we will come over here and we will do, now that module, in case it loses its tag, it knows who it is. I'll call that into the gin and then Monday morning, and they will know what to do with it. Dad will get that one finished up and we'll be done.